Hello internet friends, my name is Catherine and I'm the human behind Creation Miss Couture. And today is the 3 of our Vlogmas section of the year. And in this series we're going to be doing my entire winter collection, and we're going to try to incorporate new colors. Before we do this, I like to do a little segment to highlight another small business so the fiber artist in your life can have a nice present under their Christmas tree if you're celebrating Christmas. So today we're going to be highlighting Size Inclusive Co. So Autumn, she is the original creator of the Quartzmith, which is a very fun tool to make I-cords. So I use it to do any I-cords. I used it to do, of course, I-cords, but also I-cord binds off, I-cord cast on, and it's just changed my life. It's a very ergonomic tool. I also sell some, so I have it in shop if you're interested, but I will also have Autumn's website where you can directly purchase from her in the description box below. And today what we're going to do is an orange chocolate inspired by those chocolate that you whack on a hard surface, and then when you open it you have like the orange slices open and everything. So we're going to do this today, so let's get into this. Hello, and we're still back onto this winter nonsense that I want to do the entire collection and more because I want to add more colors to it. So what we're going to do is that orange chocolate thingy from my childhood that I haven't seen in store in a while. So we're going to do a color inspired by that chocolate. So we're going to be using soft tan, monarch orange, and chocolate brown. So the first thing we're going to do is our stock solutions, because why not? So the first thing we need to do before doing anything is grab a respirator. Just make sure that this is a respirator that will catch any fine particles, so you won't be breathing them in. It doesn't have to be the specific brands, just make sure that it catches any fine particles. It's because we only have one finger long, so please protect them. Okay, I'm going to put my respirator on, and I'm going to do my stock solution. What is a stock solution? It is a concentration of the dry powder with your water. And before doing anything with any measurement, you always have to make sure that you are zeroing out your scale, because we want to be as precise as possible and to be able to repeat the colors as much as possible if this is what you want to do. If you only want to do one-of-a-kind unique colors, like, go for it, have fun. However, if you want to be able to repeat a color because you like it, I would recommend using a scale like that is precise up to 0.01 gram, so that way you can repeat your colors, because sometimes you want to repeat your colors. Because colors are fun. Okay, so now that we have liquid in our dry powder and there's no more risk of breathing in the fine particles, we can remove our respirator. But it's not before. So as soon as the jars are open, we should have the respirator on us, and it should have been adjusted to your face properly. I think we're going to have a fun color here. Look at that, how fun it's going to be. Okay, so now that we've done our stock solution, we are going to go into the pan. Okay, so I already put my citric acid. So rule of thumb is 1 teaspoon per skein of yarn. Since I will be using 2 skeins, I use 2 teaspoons. And I've already put 2 cups of tap water in my pan. And we are using my Classic Sock yarn, which is 80% superwash merino, 20% nylon. And it's an 8-ply yarn, so it makes it very sturdy when you want to be doing socks. Okay, so we're going to let this in the water for like 5 to 10 minutes, and we're going to come back to do the second layer of color. Okay. Yeah. So there we go. So we're going to be adding the second layer of color. I don't know if you can see this, but that's kind of a crazy. Okay. Like the dye is currently splitting, and it creates this weird and very pretty shimmery color in the water. So hopefully we don't have any issues with the final color, but from what I can see, it's fine. So we should be fine. Yeah. There's no oxidation that seems to be happening on the skein of yarn themselves, so okay, we'll be fine. Okay, so we're going to let this strike the yarn for like 10-15 minutes, and then we're going to come back to add the third layer of color. Okay, so there's still a hint of color in the water, but I'm not super worried about that. It's just going to finish to strike with the final layer. And this is something that you would just keep in your notes, so that way you can repeat your color as much as possible. Okay. And this is our third and final layer of color. Okay, do I want to do some speckling on it? And what kind of speckling? I could just do a little speckle of chocolate brown. Okay, we put respirators before speckling. We only have one pair of lungs, please. Okay. Okay, so I will do a tiny bit of speckling. There we go. So now that we have the final layer of color, and if we have the speckle happening on top as well, what we're going to do is we're going to set a timer for 30 minutes. So we're going to let it cook for 30 minutes. And then we're going to come back, make sure that everything is struck like we want it to be struck, and then we're going to let it cool off completely before washing off any excess dye. So I will see you in 30 minutes. Okay, it's been 30 minutes and we are good to turn off the heat. There we go. So we're going to let it completely cool off, and then once it's cooled off, we're going to be washing off any excess dye. So I will see you later today. We're going to be washing off any excess dye from those like orange chocolate things. So I can see a hint. Is it? I don't think it. Can I see a hint? Is that or is it just shadows? There might be a hint of color, but like not much. However, we've used chocolate brown, and chocolate brown do bleed quite a bit. So I'm just going to let this soak for like 10 minutes, and we're going to come back after. Okay. Oh, nice. So it's really because we didn't use a full 1% stock solution for this. Oh yeah, there we go. I knew it. So I'm going to do another soak just to be on the safe side. Because like I mentioned, chocolate brown has a tendency to bleed. And we've also used Monarch Orange, which sometimes bleed, not always, but sometimes it does. Okay. It's winter now, so it's super cold, and I hate this part of the process. So I'm going to let this soak for another 10 minutes, and we're going to come back. Okay, so there's a faint hint, but it's not too crazy. So we're going to put this in the spin dryer, and then we're going to let it dry overnight, and I will see you tomorrow for the final result. And here's the final result for our orange chocolate. I don't remember the name of the brand, but it's a specific candy that we have. So it's basically an orange that you smack on a hard surface, and when you open it, you will have the orange open up. Super delicious if you like orange chocolate. So this is the color that we were going for, and I kind of like it because we have the hint of orange, but I feel like it's not dark enough, so we could probably have gone after all those layers, added a layer of true black, and we would have had that a darker chocolate shade, but it's still very pretty. It almost looks like a gingerbread house at this point. Like if we were to add some speckles of color, like that would be like a super cute gingerbread color. But I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. So if you've liked the video, please consider sharing, liking, and subscribing, and I will see you next one very soon. Bye!